Joyce Stewart, who's the Executive Director of the Small Business Administration and Finance at the Worcester Business Development Corporation. Joyce, welcome.
Thank you, Tim.
And Joyce, on the TV show over the years, we've had some of your colleagues from the WBDC on the show, for maybe some of our viewers who didn't watch those episodes of Chamber Exchange, maybe you could just say a little bit about what the Business Development Corporation is before we get into specifically the program that you run.
Sure. Well, WBDC was first established in 1965. A group of local business leaders wanted to kind of up the economic development in the city and the region. So they pulled together and created this nonprofit, and we actually have a mission statement that is to serve as an innovative and leading force in economic development in the city and region, which results in job creation and tax base expansion.
Right.
So every day, our staff has been working for the last almost 50 odd years on finding opportunities that do not compete with conventional developers. So kind of picking out brownfields and sites that wouldn't make economic sense for a developer, but because we have the ability to get funding from state, federal, to help in the cleanup of these areas, we're able to do this.
Yeah, that's a great explanation, because I think people might ask, well, what is the Mass Business Mass Bio Initiatives? What does the Chamber do? What does the WBDC? And I like to describe the WBDC does development, land deals, does complicated brownfields cleanups that the private sector wouldn't do alone, repurposing older buildings that maybe the private sector is hesitant to do, and because it's a business nonprofit, it can cobble together a lot of different kind of funding sources to help make investment and development happen.
Right. So I mean, we partner with, with the City of Worcester, obviously with the Chamber, with MBI. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, all kinds of, in addition to, we use the services of all the legal firms, the CPAs, I was listening to Devin and Rob, and I'm thinking, yes, we are kind of a network.
And I think Bob Cedar at one point was the chair of the WBDC
Yes,
board.
he was, and we lived at 339 Main Street with the Chamber. So we all share kind of a commonality of trying to help businesses to relocate here, and to also start selecting the types of businesses. I was looking through the past of WBDC, and it's almost like we did things in decades. Like we did the industrial parks. We helped out in the field of partnering with WPI to do Gateway Park. We've kind of taken
Telegram
segments.
Gazette, 20 Franklin Street.
Right. Theater District.
Right.
Downtown. So it's kind of, we've kind of always been trying to start revitalization in certain areas.
But one element that we want more people to know about, and that you're leading up, is if anyone's going to start a business, yes, they can put their own money in. There's the friends and family, but at the end of the day, you need a bank, you need a loan source, and the program that you were on as the executive director with the Small Business Administration and financing is the WBDC offers a 504 loan program, so that some people might not be able to go to a bank and get conventional financing, or might be able to get a better situation through the U.S. Small Business Administration. You are the kind of the local entity that helps kind of businesses can do that through.
Yeah, Craig Blaze, our president and CEO, he kind of coined it. We're like the local branch of the federal government for this program. So what we have done is since 1981, we have been a certified development corporation. So that means that we have been certified by the U.S. Small Business Administration to run this program. So we are in charge of knowing all the regulations, all of the eligibility things, and actually helping out with the application and the entire process through closing and funding. So our role is not to compete with banks. We are partnering with banks and credit unions to help provide loans to small businesses for real estate, machinery, and those types of loans to help them when a bank can't do it conventionally.
Right. And that's again, if small businesses are looking to grow and expand, it's really worth their while to have a conversation with you, in addition to maybe a lender that they've had a relationship or looking to start a relationship with, to understand how they could put together kind of an advantageous.
Exactly.
And the banks like the idea of the SBA being involved because there's I think a federal guarantee
Yes.
at the end there.
So let's say typically someone going in for a small business loan might say that if they qualify, the bank will do 80% of the financing, and typically the borrower has to come up with 20%. What happens in this situation is if they can't qualify for that, they're turned away. The other option is to come to partner with the SBA program. So the bank does 50% of the financing, SBA does 40%,
Right.
and then the borrower only has to come up with 10. And when you're a small business, cash flow is really
Right.
important. Also, it's a fixed rate for 20 or 25 years
Right.
at a very reasonable rate. So we kind of, I know it sounds too good to be true, but
Well, unfortunately, we're flying through this, and we've got to wrap up in a minute. But if people
Yeah.
want to learn, I think we've got the word out there
Right.
and described it. But if we want them to learn more, how can they get a hold of you at the WBDC?
sure. You can reach us at the website at www.thewbdc.com, or you can call me at 508-755-5734.